Previously, on the Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. Why would you do that?
I guess you wanted John's dead, not alive.
Riddick.
What do you give me for him anyway, Hoxie?
We'll work a deal, Riddick. John's for you. Straight up. Anything. Just tell me what you want, Riddick, and I'll make it happen.
I wanted to be left alone.
Let me give you some advice, Riddick. When you make a threat, be prepared to back it up. I'll give you a lot.
And now, the conclusion. Welcome back to Let's Play the Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. Aw, jeez. I'm BurningDogFace. And we're already off to a bad start here. Oh. Come on! Interesting. Of course, it doesn't much matter because I can't goddamn see. I saw it there.
But now, Riddick, there must be something.
The codes to your ship.
Shit, Riddick, you wouldn't.
Wouldn't what? What wouldn't I do, Hoxie?
Oh, of course. The codes are in my desk. And...
Can you walk, Johns?
Yeah, I think so.
Run?
Maybe, but I wouldn't try to find out.
Good. How's your eyesight?
Birds on the warden's office. We have a hostage situation.
If you got a clean shot at Riddick, take it!
You know, John, statistically, takeoffs are the most dangerous.
No shit. I thought you said landings were.
Yeah. Guess it depends on who you have at the control.
Well, I had a feeling that was it. I didn't even die once today. Good thing, too, because I'm crazy behind schedule. You know, I guess I'll just put the gameplay and the credits into one video since there was so little of it. I've done that a few times now. I have to admit, the game kind of made a bad first impression on me with the physics-based movement. But, it kind of grew on me after a while. I mean, don't get me wrong. Stuff like the, like that first trip down to the mines, that shit made me want to tear my hair out. But, ah, piss. Additional voice acting. That means I wasn't paying attention when the actual voice acting went by. I wonder who did the remade textures for the Assault on Dark Athena remastering. Oh yes, the outro. I need to watch that too. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this game. Oh, here we go. Shira. Well, there's only one female voice in the game, so... I find it really interesting that every enemy in the game had a name. Oh yeah, there was, the female robot voices. Of course, the med stations. This series not brought to you by Nanomed Plus, as I mentioned before. I thought that first bit in the prison, where you're doing quests in the maximum security area, I thought that was interesting. Didn't quite have a handle on the fighting yet. The bit after that, where I was crawling through the dark and shooting out lights and taking on enemies with guns, that was a little bit of a ball ache. At least I had the eye shine. It wasn't anywhere near as big a pain in the ass as the thankfully, mercifully short bit where you're crawling around in the dark with your flashlight going to run out at any second, and then you have to go back into the dark among the dwellers in order to get the thing for Pope Joe. I find it weird that Riddick took the time to rescue Johns. For the record, Riddick does not end up killing Johns. He leaves him to be murdered by the aliens in Pitch Black. After he does some pretty questionable shit. Johns, I mean, not Riddick. I think my favorite part of the game was the unfortunately brief section, all things considered, where I finally had my hands on the stun gun, and I could, executive producer Vin Diesel. Just stunning dudes silently, you know, taking lights out silently. That felt badass. You know, because the problem with, you know, the first bit where you're crawling around in the dark with guns is that as soon as you take out the lights, everyone opens fire on you. You know, I feel like if this game had a big weakness, it's that the AI can be scarily good, and not in a like intelligent way. It's like as soon as you enter their field of awareness, they immediately flip around and open fire on your exact position. You know, I kept getting the feeling that... Well, usually with a stealth game, you know, the computer is aware of where you are at all times, of course. The idea is to make AI routines for the guards so that simulates them having no fucking idea where you are. But in this game, it really felt like the guards were just pretending not to know where I was. And as soon as I gave them an excuse, they just opened fire on my precise location, and, you know, were basically a huge pain in the ass. That's why it felt so much better when I had the stun gun, because I could take a guy out without alerting anyone else. So it was pretty much the only time in the game I could take a guy out and, not immediately get showered with bullets from every direction. Oh, there you go. I just realized. Third time was the charm. Didn't even take him as long. Voice acting was actually really good in this game, I gotta say. And not just because they had some big names in there. I mean, obviously, Vin Diesel was actually pretty fantastic as Richard Riddick. You know, as well he should be. Given that apparently from the sound of things, he basically developed the character himself. But, I don't know that there was anyone in the game whose voice acting was bad enough to, like, sort of shake me out of the immersion. I'm trying to think of all these things. I am surprised there wasn't more stabbing. I mean, yeah, I could have relied on the knives more, but... This really felt like a stealth shooter more than a, you know, a stealth game, if that makes any sense. Oh, I actually managed to forget, like I blocked it out of my memory. I would actually have to say that the least enjoyable time in the game might have been the fucking aliens down in the pit. It's a toss-up. No, not in the pit, down in the mines, I mean. Although it's a kind of a toss-up. With the dwellers, you only had a flashlight with a limited amount of time on it. And with the aliens, at least you had the eye shine so you'd see where the fuck you were going. Of course, there were more of them, and they could climb fucking walls. But hey, the important thing is that he made it. I escaped from Butcher Bay. I guess those weren't the signature goggles. Which means I can happily imagine that, he gets his hands on them somewhere else. Somewhere more dramatic than just picking them up off a goddamn counter. Yeah, I can really say this game. I can see why people said that this game was better than the movie The Chronicles of Riddick. Well, this package does have, of course, Assault on Dark Athena in it. That's a whole separate campaign. What? Oh, this must be credits for Assault on Dark Athena. I'm holding up my hand, so I can't see any of these names. Peeking? Okay, getting into the mocap cast. Weird. I guess if that's the case, I should, get out of this, huh? Well, yeah, this package also has, the full Assault on Dark Athena campaign, but since that's basically an entire other game, I will not be continuing that right now. I do fully plan to come back eventually and play, Riddick Assault on Dark Athena, just not right now. What's going on? Song, the music ran out. I'm not actually sure when I'm going to do that. The schedule's a bit messed up lately. I don't really know anything about that one except that it takes place on a ship and that it's a sequel to... It takes place in between Escape from Butcher Bay and Pitch Black. It's the simplest way to say that. So, still firmly in prequel territory. Still, I had a good enough time with this game that I definitely intend to come back. This is getting kind of ridiculous now. I'm looking at these credits for at least 10 minutes. But no. Oh! There we go. I do find it only fair to, look at, the full credits rather than, what the fuck am I trying to say? I'm just staring at the screen and talking out loud without really thinking about it. Sorry. I figure if I'm going to play an entire game on the internet, I might as well show the credits and give a nod to the people who went to the trouble of making the game. So I guess I'll finish with with this.
Richard Bay. Why are you here?
It is only you that matters, Riddick. They realize this, and that is why they are coming. Not like the others. They are different. The only way you can stop them is if you know who you are, what you are. Some of us still remember the true crime that happened on Furia. Once you wake, truly wake, you will never forget.
Who am I? What am I? Only the dead have seen the end of war. And before I'm through, the afterlife is gonna get a whole lot more crowded.
Okay, so it just sets up the movie. Fair enough. Do I recommend this game? You know, it's kind of hard to say. It is a bit old and janky. And while the variety of things that you end up doing makes it so that the game never feels, old and stale, it also means that I find it difficult to classify this game. At points it feels like an action shooter, a pure stealth game, a stealth shooter, and as I said, even the section in Double Max felt like an adventure game where all you're doing is walking around and talking to people, interacting with stuff.
They say hope begins in the dark, but most just...
Oh, right, sorry, that would be a cutscene for Assault on Dark Athena. I just duck into the options menu. Maybe we won't go there. I'll put it this way. Yes, I recommend this game, if you can get your hands on it. Again, it's apparently no longer available on Steam or on Good Old Games. But if you can get your hands on it, yeah, this is a pretty, Escape from Butcher Bay is a pretty decent game. Especially, I give my most wholehearted recommendation to big Vin Diesel fans and fans of the character of Richard B. Riddick. But I guess that brings us to the end. I'm BurningDogFace, and I thank you for joining me for Let's Play the Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. On behalf of myself and Richard B. Riddick. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you'll join me for my next video series. Till then, have yourself a great day. Later!